Hi everybody, it is Stacey Calder from the Business Success Network and Magazine. I'm really excited today. I've got my coffee, we're on the couch, and I'm going to be talking to our newest sponsor. It's a gold sponsor, and we've never done a gold sponsor before, but this person absolutely deserved to have that gold branding. And it's something really different. It's not a business that we've had, or a type of business that we've had sponsor the awards before. So I am really, really excited to introduce you to. Now, I might get the name wrong, so I'm going to try because I've just been saying it really, really lots, and I'm worried I'm going to say it wrong, but Ksenia. So she's giving me the thumbs up. Welcome, Ksenia. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much for your tries to pronounce my name right. I know it's not easy. I heard so many versions already, so I accept everything.
You accept everything. Oh, bless you. That's just lovely. No, I always try and get it right. Our MC on the night, when he talks about names, he will go through that list and he always says, how do you pronounce this? How do you say this? Because he wants to get it right too. So, it's a lot to kind of so many names. And that's why I don't MC the night, because I'd get them all wrong. So, Ksenia, right. I'm just going to
Yeah.
keep saying it now. Tell us a bit about your business, because it's very different to anything we've had for the awards before. But I got lost on your website the other day. I was so excited. I went and had a little nose. So tell us about you and your business.
Thank you so much for inviting me and accepting me as sponsor of your event. I am a matchmaker and coach for dating and relationship, and I'm matchmaker in terms of love and romantic. And you said in introduction that it's not the type of business you usually have, but you know what? I always explain to my singles dating in terms of business because
Mm,
it's the same. In business, you have to sell something, product or service. In dating, you have to sell yourself. And it's more complicated because you have the same strategy. You have to, your numbers. You have to know your timing. You have to organize a lot of things
mm,
because you have to sell and you have to buy at the same time.
I
Yeah,
love
so
it.
it's double task. Yes, I'm a matchmaker. I've been doing it for 25 years, and August there will be 26 years.
Oh,
I'm international matchmaker, so I work with singles from different countries. I have offices in 3 countries: in Germany, UK, and Russia. I used to have in Ukraine, until 2 years ago. I am big fan of events, so that's why I'm very excited to visit your events in three
I was
weeks.
looking at your website, and you've run some fantastic events.
It's
I mean,
on
I'm
my
married and I wanted to go.
yes, and 2 weeks ago I had the first time in my life a really big event in the hotel. We called it Love Hotel. 3 days, one building, under one roof, only us, 120 people, and it was amazing. It was really amazing. So next year we are going to repeat it with 200 people and maybe 300 people one day. I don't. It's so great. Yes, and I like events. In terms of business and dating, it helps a
Mm.
lot. And I'm the only one matchmaker in the world hosting events in different countries. Most of all, I do in Germany. I do in London.
And is
I
that
do.
where you are now? Are you in Germany now?
No, I'm in London now.
You're
No,
in
I'm in
London
London.
now.
Yes, yeah. Now I'm in London. So I do. I'm international, and I do international, and I really try to connect people from all the world. And I mastered even online events. I'm the only one in the world who does online events on science-based approach. And we usually have 120 people even on online events.
Even online. That's amazing. So when I was looking at your website and I was thinking about the awards, and there might be some single people at the awards. Yeah, amazing. And I was looking at your website and I was looking at events, and clearly you know how to run an event. You've got ones in Germany, you've got what, like you were saying, all across the country. And I saw there was one, and forgive me, they almost go on almost like a business event to go and find love. It's just it fascinates me because, 18 years ago when I met my husband, there was nothing like this around, nothing at all. So, will you be at the awards, and will you be looking for those single people to come up to you and introduce themselves or let you know that they're looking for love?
Yeah, and one of my strengths is that I can explain very complicated things in very simple words. And my eldest son said that my talent is to explain to everybody in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, that he's an idiot. So I can do it. I can do it very, very, very simple, very easy in all languages I speak. And for your event, I really pushed myself and I wrote special book. It's a little one, but
Yeah,
for people who will see this book in the goodie bags, I wrote it especially for you.
amazing. I love it. And do you know, I love that it was so personal because when we say to people, when we say to sponsors, you can put something in the goodie bags, we might get some merch, a pen. You said, I'm going to write you a book. And that was it. And you said, I haven't got much time. I'm kind of coming in quite late, but it's okay. I'm going to write you a book. I can do that in time. And I love that because it just shows me that you are kind of like a go-getter. You are on the case. Absolutely. So I'm really excited to read that book. I'm sure I've got some single friends. I'm sure there will be people in the group that would love to read this book and connect and network with you. Um, and yeah, so you've got offices in London, Germany, and Russia.
Kazakhstan.
Wow.
Kazakhstan this year I had event in Austria because I'm despite being just matchmaker like many of my colleagues, I am TV matchmaker as well. I used to be on one of the biggest dating TV shows in Germany, and this year I am TV matchmaker in Austrian TV show. Probably will stay in the next season. So it means I really like it.
I'm
You
just
can't.
I'm fascinated by it and by you and everything you do. So do you find in different countries and the different cultures, it's, you think to somebody, oh, you're over in that country, but and I know somebody in this country, and
Yeah.
yeah, and or is there certain countries that are harder to match make, or
Fascinating is this difference in mentalities or in behavior. I always tell this story about my first ever event in London because I have really experience with Germans and in other countries. I organize event, book the venue, and I'm sitting 6 o'clock and I am alone.
oh,
6:05,
your
I am
heart's doing
alone.
this, right? Because
Yeah,
it's
so,
events.
six.
Where are they? Where are they?
Yeah, 6:10, I started checking messages. Maybe I sent the time venue wrong. I was right. 6:15, first woman came, and guess what's nationality? She was Russian. And
Right.
British came 6:30. Really, because it's really part of mentality. And
You
now I
don't
know
want to
it.
be the first to arrive.
Yes,
Yeah.
In Germany, if I say it, we start at 1 o'clock, at 12, most people will be already somewhere around because
Wow.
being late, it's no go. And
Mhm.
here, I always remember, I always tell this story, this difference in mentalities. And if you don't know it, you cannot explain, and people will go in dating or in business with wrong expectations.
Mhm. Definitely, and I see it with different personality types. So even in the UK, you'll have some people that think, right, it starts at 1, I'm gonna get there at 1:45, 12:45, and they're like, right, I can go and scope, I can see what's going on. And there'll be some that say, I don't wanna be the first, and we'll get there at 10 past. There'll be some that book and actually don't turn up. We've had that before. But as an
Oh,
event organizer, it's quite worrying, isn't it? That if you're used to Germany where they're there an hour before, and this will happen with the awards, we say 6:30, doors open. We know there'll be some people in that hotel that will go to the bar and then will come in slightly early. They'll be sat there having pre-drinks, but there'll also be those that come in thinking, oh, no, we'll get there about 7 o'clock, and that's okay. It gives us 15 minutes to grab our fizz and get into the next room and sit down. And it's those behaviors are really interesting for business. And I suppose it's the same when they're looking for love, um, finding a partner, all that kind of thing. So yeah,
So
you've
this,
got lots to kind of take in.
yes, and I try to eliminate it. I try to eliminate it. So every time so for example, next week I have my event in Munich in Germany. One day before, I will host webinar for men and I will host webinar for women. I will go all these events step by step, explaining why do I do this, what do I expect from them, what are their benefits, and why they should behave, why they should really behave as a group. Because
Mm,
the more time we spend as a team, the more results they get.
nice.
Yeah,
It
I
is. It's
do it.
very.
I,
It's
I
there's such a science behind it. Rachel's just commented, and she said, "Eek, I can't be the first, but I never want to be late." So there's lots of kind of power struggles and mindset stuff going on here, isn't there?
I think I have to ask this question to all people: why people don't want to be first?
I know.
Why?
Surely,
What's
if you're
wrong?
if you're going on a, if you're going to one of your events where you're matchmaking, you want to be first because you want to see everyone.
Yes, and to talk to me, to use this opportunity to ask personal question to the main host. So it's definitely makes benefits. And coming to your event, it's building connections with you. So next time Stacy will say, "Oh, I remember this woman. She was first in the room. If I have
Yeah.
any projects, I can recommend her because she was in time."
Absolutely. Well, Rachel says, I don't want to be there on my own.
So
But you
you'll
won't.
never.
There'll always be a host there, all right?
Yes, I will always be
So
the
you'll
host.
meet Rachel at the awards. Rachel's one of our silver sponsors. She runs our community of children's activity providers, and she's travelled the world as well. She's spent time in Egypt and places like that. So I think you two will really hit it off actually and have lots to talk about. It'd be fantastic. Um, and I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to it. So obviously, with it being an awards event, it's not, a full-on networking, business cards, that kind of thing. But we have that champagne reception so that people can mingle. They can, go and talk to people, meet new people, just start to kind of feel at ease with the whole process. And then obviously we've got the main event. No, you're presenting one of the awards. You're doing the Outstanding Achievement Award, which we're really happy about, really excited about. What is it you're most looking forward to?
Most, it's connections definitely, like we all do, and maybe finding new business partner, maybe finding new clients. But most of all, I really enjoy to be part of something big.
Mm,
Not big being on your own as business owner, or you
yeah.
cannot survive. We can't to be only in the crowds, because if you know somebody and this person knows somebody, we always can connect and
Mm,
help each other out. I think this is a very important thing about all events, to talk to many people as possible. Don't stuck to one person only, you've known for years. And it's connections. I think always connections.
And that's really, really good point there. You were saying don't just stick to the people that you know, because sometimes when you go to an event, it's easy to think, oh, I know Rachel or I know Ksenia, and we're gonna stick together and it'll be fine. But and then we're gonna go through and have our meal and we've met our table of 10. But
Yeah,
actually, I
yeah,
was at a networking event yesterday and they said, start with the people you don't know.
yeah,
Say to Dave or Bob or, Rachel, it's great to see you. Let's go and use this opportunity to meet new people. And I'll see you at 10 p.m., whatever. I'll see you in
yeah.
the bar after. New people,
Absolutely.
new contacts.
I saw it on my dating event, because people who know each other, and of course, just because I have a lot of events, so people sometimes know each other. They find somebody, to be together, some face they know, and try to spend all the day together. And I always say, in terms of all events, I think networking, award, and so on. Don't sit with your friends. It's better to get a place on the table where you don't know anybody,
Yeah.
because it's the only one chance to get out of comfort zone and start talking.
Fabulous. I love that. And I'm
Thank
guessing you are pretty much an expert on that now, that getting out or sharing with people how to get out of their comfort zone, how to come across as, them authentic. Because I'm guessing when you go on your events and you're looking to matchmake people, you want to put your best self forward, don't you? You want to show off your qualities, obviously, but you've also got to be very real, because that's, I'm guessing, where the magic happens.
First and second, it's like mental preparation. Yesterday, I wrote an article for one newspaper about this, how to overcome this fear of first impression. And
Yeah.
I wrote, just imagine. So for all people who are afraid to go to a ward and have nobody to go with, to enter with, just imagine you go to their meeting of your school friends. You haven't seen them for 30 years. You forgot their faces, but they are not strangers. They are your school friends. And if you have this in mind, it's much easier to enter the room where you really don't know anybody and start conversation because you're not afraid. They're all our school friends.
Nice. I like that. I could learn so much from you. I'm learning so much. I
Thank you.
it's fascinating from somebody who, me and my husband, we laugh and joke and we say, oh, we're together now because we couldn't be bothered to do all that dating, all the effort and just everything. And it's so different now, all these apps and all these sites, and you just think, oh, it's like a minefield. But I do have single friends, and I've got one, and I won't name her because she'll kill me. But quite often she will send me screenshots of the men that are coming up on these apps in her area. And she's like, this is why I'm single. They are not giving off their best version of themselves on these apps. Sometimes they've got, they've been fishing and there's a big fish in front of their face, or they're posing in front of their wardrobe, and you just think, oh, crikey. Now, there's none of that on your sites, is there? Because I've seen there's some lovely headshots. You're really showing people how to portray themselves using their assets, I suppose. If
But
it was a business, it would be their marketing assets. But for you, it's like their personal assets, their best features, their the way they are, their personality.
yeah, and this is really interesting thing, compare business and dating, because in terms of dating, uh, women are more likely to go for coaching and listen to advice. They don't follow this advice, but at least they show up.
At least they've tried. Yeah.
Yes, they think, yeah, they think they try, but they just hear. And men different. It's more difficult to get them to start listening to you, but as soon you got them, they really follow advice step by step, like really like soldiers. Stand here, I'm standing. Wait here, I'm waiting. It's no problems at all. In terms of business, probably the opposite. I think men more likely to listen to this business advice, how to run the business. Most of all, if you go for this business coaching events, you see more men than women.
Rachel says men never listen.
They
You're
do.
proving her wrong.
They do. I will teach you how to talk to them. Don't worry. I will explain it in simple words.
Brilliant. That's a whole other interview, that is. Maybe we could get you talking to somebody and doing
Okay.
that. We'll do a whole series on it. We'll get you on the podcast and everything. It will be
Thank you.
amazing. Um,
Thank you.
so I'm excited. You're coming up from London. You're going to be there on the evening. Is there we've talked about how, talk to everyone in the room, network. I always ask people, is there a type of person, or is there somebody maybe you've spotted in the network and you think, oh, I'd love to speak to them. I'd love to meet them, whether that's a type of person, whether it's maybe a supplier or a type of business owner, anyone that you're really thinking, I would love to connect with.
For me, in terms of business, of course, as human being, as matchmaker, I am ready to talk to everybody and give advice to everybody. It doesn't matter if this person is single or in relationship, because I know quite a lot. But in terms of business, I would be really interested to talk to somebody who has my crowd. For example, dating coaches, life coaches, psychologists, divorce coaches, somebody who works with people, maybe divorce solicitors, I don't
And
know.
this is why I ask these questions, because I would never have thought of this. But one of our sponsors is a divorce coach. So
Look,
there you go. You
look,
need to connect with Dill.
yes, yes, we can.
Perfect.
Yes, definitely. This is because these clients already finished their relationship, and divorce coach knows everything about their money.
Yeah, and she'll be brilliant because she always talks about, she'll talk about divorce in a way that it's not about, paying huge solicitors to make it go on and on and on. It's about doing it amicably and getting it right. And,
Yeah,
almost not everything can be friendly, we know, but just
yeah.
making it as calm as possible. And so I just think you two would get on like a house on fire. It would be
Oh,
amazing.
thank
So
you. This
we've
is
got
matchmaking.
also, yeah, we've got life coaches in the room. We've certainly got business coaches in the room. But yes, all those people, and again, I was thinking before this, who would you want to see connected with? And then the minute when you ask the question and you give me the answer, it sparks things off so that I know on the day I can say, right, here's Dill that we talked about. Here's, Tina or whoever. And yes,
Yeah,
it works.
yes, yeah, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for thinking about matching me.
Yeah, no, but this is what we want. We want people to
Yeah,
get those connections. We're talking about awards today, but even within the Business Success Network, in that community group, it's always about who can we connect you with. Yesterday I put a post up saying, and it might be a good one for you actually. I said, what do you struggle with most about events? And in my head, when I posted it, I was thinking, people get embarrassed about exhibiting or showcasing, or they don't know what to say. And actually what came out of that thread, and it's in there, is a lot of people were saying sometimes it's the noise, sometimes it's the clash of noises, and it's kind of all that, I don't want to sit still, and I want to get up and do things. And so as an event organizer, that opened up a whole new kind of, right, okay, this is great feedback for me. So
yeah,
today I'm going to put in, what do you love about events? And it's just those little kind of questions that get those conversations started. So you're more than welcome to go in and interact. And events is your thing. Events, I love events, and it's definitely your thing. So it's
yeah.
making those connections, and just you never know where they're going to go, do you? So
This is the thing. You never know. So I think in terms of business, in terms of dating, it's a big mistake to have this strict criteria about who is my match. Because in this situation, okay, she's not blonde, I'm not talking to her because I would like to meet blonde girl. Or he's not 6 feet, I'm not talking to him because in my imagination he should be 6 feet. The story from yesterday, about criteria. Read a story from yesterday. I sent one girl profile of my client, and she said, you know what, Ksenia, he's nice, I like him, but my limit is 50 years old. Okay, I thought, okay. I checked, and he became 51 2 days ago.
he would have been two
Two
days
days
ago. Yeah.
2 days ago, just imagine, 2 days ago, she would say, yes, let's connect us. And 2 days later, she said, no, he's too old. And this is the thing about business connection, about private connection, about human connections. We are too strict about who is my match and forget about this art of communication, or just talking, just enjoying conversation with people.
Exactly. And that's where it starts, isn't it? You're never going to, well, I don't know, maybe people do fall in love in the first conversation, but
Mm,
you've got to be able to have that conversation. You've got to be able to, I would
yes.
imagine, work up to, and go through certain kind of levels. I sound like I'm
Level.
gaming now, but it's that,
It is.
okay, good conversation, right? I can hold a conversation. You've got my attention.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to, okay, drink. It's almost like, am I safe with you? Is this okay? So you're safe enough for me to go for a drink, or, to an
Yeah.
event, right? Okay, actually, you're quite funny. we could do this again, and you build up on it, don't you? Or I certainly
Yes.
do, you know. Although if you ask my husband, he said we had one date and I never went home in 18 years. So, you know, we did connect pretty well. Who knows? 18 years we've been together.
Yeah,
So
18 years ago. 18 years, it's really a long time.
it is now, you know, my kids say, Mom, Dad, you know, a lot of our parents have divorced, they're not together. And so I think 18 years, I could have killed him. We could have killed him.
In
Couldn't
Russian,
have-
in Russian language, we have a similar saying: "If I would kill him, I would be already free."
Yes. I think they say murder 14 years here, don't they? So it's
Yeah,
like, yeah, we could have killed him, we could have found
I,
someone.
I would be free already. Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? I could talk to you all day. I find it fascinating. I'm so
Thank you.
pleased that you responded to the newsletter, jumped in and said, let's be a gold sponsor. I can't wait to see you on the night. I can't wait to read your book. Definitely. Where can people find you? If they want to find more, where's the best place for them to go?
I have 3 different websites. I am present on all possible and impossible social media. So if you write my name, you know, look, I prepared. If you write Ksenia
Yeah,
Droben, you will find me everywhere, and you contact me anywhere it's comfortable for you. I'm really everywhere.
everywhere, literally worldwide as well. So we love that.
And worldwide, yeah.
And worldwide. I can't wait to, like I said, I can't wait to start more conversations with you. Let's get you on the blog. I want to hear more about the TV stuff. It's just fascinating.
Thank you.
And your business is so well established now, like we said, globally, that I'm really pleased that you found us and that you're going to be part of the awards as well. So it's a couple of weeks away. I can't wait to see you. Thank you so much
Thank,
for talking to me.
thank you so much for inviting me. Despite your bad internet, you
Oh, the
found a way.
internet this morning before we went live, it was cutting off and all sorts.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it's stuck around. Folks, if you've got any questions, please do drop them below. If you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay, and we will come back. We will check in. We'll get any of those questions answered, or maybe if they're, you know, a little more private, drop Ksenia a. See, I did it again, didn't I? I've got my teeth in now.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry. You're fine.
Folks, basically get in touch, drop your questions, and have a wonderful day. And I will speak to you very soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.